Grand uprising world, how are you all doing? I'm doing so great here on the fields, on the amazing side of Bangladesh. So, as you all know, I've been free for almost 3 years. I left Europe. So now I'm here and living my life to the fullest with the birds and the sky. Like, I love the nature sound. So I just want to remind you all is to stay focused, okay? It's because of right now it's ups and downs. What does that mean? You feel so high, top on the sky, and suddenly you are here on the mud. Oof, what happened? You're swimming in muddy water. But you just have to allow yourself to sit back and relax, and let's see what the universe got for you. Why? Because I realized one thing is that when we try to control, because when we breathe, we breathe. It feels so good. But when we control things, that means that we put block on that flowing. All right? Because the universe is taking care of us. So when we are not online, that's when we want to take control over the things that is happening during day and night, because we may don't want to feel in certain way. We lose our focus, but the main focus is to stay grounded. The main focus is to be balanced with our emotions, energy and motion. So when we are out of balance with our emotions, that's when we don't feel all right. We immediately want to feel good. But the thing is that we have to become best friend with all of our emotions, not only the happy emotions, because it feels good and you feel good because it feels good. But whenever it don't feel good, it makes you very uncomfortable. And that's when you have to remind yourself about that. We didn't came here to just feel good. Sometimes we have to feel all the feelings within in order to grow, in order to flow. So when we think ourselves, as a chakra centers, the energy centers, so when we breathe the chi, the prana itself, so the breathing need to flow. It's same with the experiences, because God is moving through us. So God is gonna bring us experiences in life, because life is experiences. So when you trying to control your experiences and say it like this, oh God, I don't want to experience it, but you have to experience it in order to grow, because the earth room is a school, it's the greatest school ever. So you gotta learn your lesson through your experiences based on your astrological energy that you carry, because not everybody carries same astrological energy. Not everybody see the world in the same way that you see. When I was younger, and I was to think everybody see things that I see, but no, everybody have different ideas, everybody have different perception, everybody have different personality, everybody carry different energy, everybody think different thoughts, and everybody manifest different reality. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to allow yourself to flow instead of controlling your reality. All you can do, sit back and relax and be peaceful, no matter which emotions are passing by within you as a clouds. Because in the center of your being, you are not your emotions, you are not your experiences, you are none of it. So who are you? Return back to that you who is the observer of things that is happening, so-called life itself. So that's when it can get easier, when you accept it and live in the truth. Living the truth, you always have to remind yourself of the truth, how it is, how you function, how we function, how we work with our thoughts and emotion. And if we are not aware of the knowledge, because only the knowledge can give you that freedom, only the knowledge can bring you that liberation of all pain and suffering. But without knowledge, you are nothing. So all the knowledge, the cosmic library exists within. So when you are in the silence, the wisdom going to speak itself, the knowledge going to come to you, because you have to understand scientifically is that when we are in line with the four elements, means the air, the sunlight, the ground, and the water. That means that everything is information. So we have to be connected to these four elements in order to receive all the information that we need. For example, when I am sitting exactly right here on the fields and I am getting the sun on me, so my skin, my hair, me, I am receiving bunch of information from the light and the ground as I am gonna consume the fruit that is growing in this environment, because fruit carry all these elements. So now when I eat this juicy fruit, so I am actually balancing my emotion as I am rising high. At the same time, I am receiving the information that is in the water, because water, what is water? Water is information. What is water? Water is emotion. So if you're a water sign, you know that you feel a lot, because I am a water sign too. I'm a water sign too. So water signs, it's all about the emotions, and the full moon is coming. The full moon is coming. Oh, let me just say it. When I open up my camera, I don't plan before, like, okay, so this is the subject that I'm gonna talk about. Maybe sometime I do it if I need to give you that information, but sometime I do free lives. That means that I allow the cosmic to flow through me and give you the information that y'all all need to hear, because everybody knows what's going on right now on planet Earth. Everybody knows what's going on. So whenever I open the camera, I don't plan. I let it flow. So whatever you need to hear. So right now, you just have to, if you're out of balance, just sit quiet. Just sit quiet for a moment and breathe and balance yourself with higher vibrational sound, because the sound means power. You manifest everything with the voice that you are using. You got me? Because your thoughts become your feelings become your words. So words sound power. So when you speak light to the world. When you speak, I'm still repeating, speak life to the world, because whatever you speak during day, so this is the energy that you are going to build up around your aura. And there are so much more that we don't know, we don't see. I can go on rest of my life learning so much knowledge, so much knowledge, but the greatest knowledge that exists is not in the book. Then where does it exist? Where does it exist? Can anybody tell me? Where is the knowledge? Let's see who is in the room knows it. Let's see who is in the room knows it. The cosmic library, we are in this universal school, learning and growing, So me, I don't take life as very, very serious, because life is extremely simple. Simplicity is the way. Yes, Ani Ramla, you said inside of you. Yes, that's a fact right here. So the greatest knowledge, the greatest library that exists is internal. So anything that you are looking for, anything that you wanna know, any answer to your question exists within. It's coded in your DNA, because you are the universe in trillions of pieces. So there is nobody that is greater than you. There is nobody that is better than you. There is nobody that is beautiful than you. So once you tap into on your center of your being, you have to just balance your mind and body. When you balance your mind and body, your mind is going to calm down. That's when you can hear your higher voice, the greatest library that exists within you. But if you never experience, how will you know the truth? Only the experience gives you the true story. Only the experience gives you the true story, Me, I'm extremely smart. I'm extremely wise. Why? Because I tap into my true power, and this is what I am sharing. Sometimes I stay quiet, but do you know what? The wise people, they're extremely quiet. Why? Because I love to talk to myself in the silence of nature. I talk a lot, but in the silence of nature, I talk to God. I talk to God. Why should I go to a building in order to find God. The greatest place to find God, it's in my heart. It's in my heart. So so life is full of happiness. All right, me, I feel extremely happy, but there is a time when I am sad. Life is full of sadness too, but without the sadness I cannot collect the wisdom, because if I am not sad, the people, when they are happy, they don't do a thing, because they're happy. But when you are sad, you start to meditate, you start to change your routine, you start to do this and that, because you want to balance your emotions. That's why we have to understand that in ancient Egypt, they talked about duality. We're living in this duality world, okay? Highs and lows exist within everything. That means that as it is high, it's low, means the day sky and the night sky is dark and light. Wow, it's amazing, right? It's amazing. So we just have to balance ourselves, the day and night that we have within us. Keep it in balance. And it's the two serpent snakes. It's the masculine and the feminine energy. So now, let me dive in, guys. Let me dive in. So most of the people, they don't understand that I am a half man, I am a half woman, because I am you. I am you. When we talk about the chromosomes, you got the half of the chromosome from your father, you got the half of the chromosome from your mother. So the masculinity and the feminine energy exist within you. And when you see these two two serpent snakes, going as a spiral from back of your spine, from the root to the crown, is the two snakes that is going together. So is the divine masculine and femininity that you carry within. People, they think that, I gotta be full, I gotta find myself a partner in order to be full, but it's not, because you just have to find the balance, and because you are already complete being internally. The greatest twin flame, the lover, the soulmate that you have, it's you. It's you. The right brain is extremely creative and the left is very logical. It's because of our even the masculinity and femininity exist everywhere within us. So when you come and say that, when you come and say that you are out of balance, that means that you just have to balance these two energy. That's why the Hatha yoga exists, Kundalini yoga exists, So this is what's happening. It's all about the balance. So when you balance yourself, and how can you balance yourself? You balance your mind first. Because the mind is the body. That's all you need to balance. And how do you do it? Well, with proper diet. With proper diet. That means that you have to eat all the God-made foods that is given freely by nature without destroying the nature. And what is it? It's actually the fruits. Because fruits carry all the information. It's sun-grow. It carry all the elements. It carry all the nutrition that you really, really need. But there are some nuts and seeds, of course, but it's coming straight from nature, right? And it's not only that. At the same time, you have different breathing techniques. You have different breathing techniques in order to wake up those two serpent snakes that is coated on your spine. And at the same time, there is yoga. So yoga is union, means that you allow yourself, or you unite yourself, your soul, with the higher self, the supreme self, the God itself. All right. So now, how can you do it? Why you do it? It's because of different geometry. Everything is based on geometry. So once you understand that, when we align our body geometry with the cosmic geometry, look, now I did this. This is yoga. This is an art right here, all right? So there are many different shifts that we can do with our body. When we do it, we balance our aura, we balance our energy centers, we wake up these two serpent snakes because they are sleeping. They're sleeping because based on loss of experiences in our life created lots of blockages. So we just have to wake them up. We just have to wake them up. Some people, they say, do you know that some people they love same genders, they find it attractive, all right? But the religious people will think that it's sinful, but it's not. It's not. The boy that exists within you, and let's say you are a girl, okay? Let's say you are a girl, you carry this girl body, okay? So now you're walking around, and then you see a sister, and you see the sister, and you're like, wow, she's beautiful. So you are attracted to her, even if you're in your same gender, okay? But it's not the feminine part of you, it's the masculine part in you that got that attraction towards that, all right? So this is the two balance right here, all right? So now it's nothing wrong about it. It's nothing wrong about it. Why? Because you just have to understand that both your father and mother exist in you. Both of your gender, even your body is feminine. Even if your body is feminine, but you have to know you are not your body. You are energy. So what you see with these two eyes is not real. So how can you understand that it's an illusion? Well, through right experiences. And how can you experience? Well, if you want to experience the spirituality, my friends, if you want to experience the spirituality, the divine, if you want to have the divine knowledge of self, if you want to experience the divine experiences, like that means that the fairy tales experiences, these psychedelic experiences, all this can happen when you activate your pineal gland. But you cannot activate the pineal gland without waking up these two snakes on the root, because the root is rotated. Without the root is nothing. So everybody want to activate their pineal gland because they think that, they're so excited to activate their pineal gland, like, wow, so magical, I want to experience the pineal gland. But the thing is that you can experience the pineal gland maybe through certain plant, but it's for very short time. It's for extremely very short time. But if you want to keep it for a longer time, based on my own experience, I did all the hard work with myself. And what did I did? Okay, so first I started to eat raw, means eating only fruits every single day for 3 months, cleansing my body with right nutrition. I started to live in nature. I started to breathe. I started to try different meditation techniques. I sit in meditation pose for 3 hours, 4 hours, all right? So those are the things that I did in order to experience certain things. I drink only coconut water, means we are here to drink the purest water from the mountain that is God made, because when you drink water that have chemical inside, it decalcify your pineal gland. So when it decalcify your pineal gland, it toxify that, so it's cover it up, so you cannot really see clearly what you want to see if you know the truth. So now what's happening, we start to clean our body, detoxify our body with right nutrition. So I started to drink the purest water that is coming straight from the mountain, means the pH level was more than 10, because if it's under 7, it got lots of acid and toxic in it, so it's just going to decalcify your pineal gland. So now what's happening is that everybody want to activate their pineal gland. So when you activate the pineal gland, you have to know that you cannot activate the pineal gland without cleansing the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plex. But when the yogi knowledge says that when you balance the root, when you balance the sacral chakra, okay, so the root is the grounding. The root is carrying the rest of the 7 chakras, So the yogi knowledge, the people who stand in one posture, let's say headstand. Not everybody carry this knowledge. It's just coming, okay? So when they stand up on a headstand for let's say 40 minutes, 1 hour, because they want to enlighten themselves, they want to activate their pineal gland, they just do these things. Tell me somebody that is in the group right now who sit in meditation pose for 12 hours in a row for 10 days. Who did it? So you just have to go through all this difficulty and balance yourself in order to experience certain things for longer periods of time. And let's say I didn't drink any kind of plastic water. I just invest on my health and I drink coconut for 3 months straight. So now my pineal gland got cleansed. I meditate. So I cleanse all the blockages from my down chakras. So now I started to experience certain things, certain unseen things that I usually don't see with these two eyes, because we got an organ back on our head. That organ, when you activate it, so you activate all the DMT, so you activate all the DMT consciousness. So DMT consciousness means the God consciousness itself carry within. So now for me, if you tell me, wow, why don't you read all the books that is given by the religious people? Me, I don't read it because I am too busy to really studying myself through different experiences. Okay, so now let me just go back to that chakra again. So now the chakras, it's all about the balancing. So when you balance the root chakra, when you balance the sacral chakra, which is emotion, creativity or sexuality, and then you come to the solar plex. So now the solar plex is going to push down the energy to the sacral again. That's why most of the people on earth are extremely horny. Extremely horny, even me. So what's happening? When you don't masturbate, when you don't allow yourself to calm, that's when you build up the energy. So now some people, it gets too hard because they want to masturbate. They just don't feel good without coming. So now when they come, so you lose the energy again. So that means that the solar plex is like holding a gate. It's like a big giant holding this gate so you have to do a mission in order to activate the solar plex and tune into your heart chakra. But you cannot do it because the solar plex is tricky. It's tricky. Oh God. Why did it? Because it's like a game that you're playing with yourself. So you have to win the game. It's like a war. So now when you come to the sacral, the sexuality, you come to the willpower. So now you are able to do the purpose. You are able to do all the soul work that you are here to do, because it's all about the willpower. But immediately, maybe you see something that you got attracted on. Maybe you are having loss of thoughts, loss of thoughts to meet somebody, to make love, and this and that, So now what's going to happen is actually it's going to push down the energy to the sacral chakra. So now you're back to that old thing again, over and over again. So now it's hard, but you have to continue. Try, because you got the entire life to enlighten yourself, all right? You got the entire life to enlighten yourself, and I know that you can do it. So once you activate the solar plex, and solar plex going to push the energy to the heart chakra, now you're going to clean all of your heart energy, and it's going to push the energy through the creativity, and then you come to the pineal gland. So once you come to the pineal gland, now you can tap into the Akashic record. All the universal knowledge, wisdom can be found. That's all the gurus, all the babas, all the super highly spiritual people, they got it. How do you think they're so wise? How do you think they're doing all the soul work that they came here to do? They're curing, they're balancing the earth through balancing the people, because when you balance the people, means you have to balance them through their emotions, because it's all about the emotions. The lower chakras are emotional. So when we do it, that's when, only that time, we can be liberated from all this pain and suffering, and we will find peace and bliss in our daily life. And then we will know what to do, how to do, when to do, in our journey, because this journey is temporary, it's not permanent. So we have to seek what is really permanent, and what is really permanent is the observer. You are the observer that is in this existence. So you as observer, you are observing. So this is why I'm saying stay focused on it, and at the same time don't go around and fool yourself. Live in the truth. Don't go around fool yourself. Live in the truth, and at the same time, do all the work. Even if you feel lazy, you don't want to do it, you have to stay focused, because there are lots of entity that you create for yourself gonna come and block your way to not to be enlightened. You got me what I say? You got me? So this is what's gonna happen. So you just have to stay in line with it. All right. Let me